Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, A Little Geek, A Little Chic. Today, I'm going to show you all of the things I brought back from my trip to New York City. So grab yourself your beverage of choice, and let's get into it. Like I said, I was just in New York City for 7 full days, 8 days including travel days. I saw a lot. We did everything you could imagine, and then some. That being said, next time we go, because I'm sure there'll be a next time, we will definitely be able to stream it back a little bit because we've done all the your standard fare. Will I go to another Broadway musical? Yes. That's definite. It won't be the same one I went to this time. No, but that's going to be a recurrence, I think. When will I go back? I have no idea, but I will definitely be going back to New York City. On that note, let's get into what you're all here for. You're here to see what I brought back from my trip. So, there's a lot of stuff. I'm looking down at it, and it's a pile. So, we'll get into it, and we're going to start with mugs, because drinkware. If you're like me, you love mugs. Got this lovely I Heart New York mug. Same on the front and the back. What I learned that I didn't know is that this is an official trademark, and it's actually registered, so they can't just, nobody can just print this and sell it. It'll actually come with like a little like QR code and a holographic sticker on it, and that's pretty interesting. I'd love to be the person who had invented this because they're probably making a killing. But this, the classic mug, had to bring it back, got it from a gift shop, and we'll put that back here for the time being. Next, a drink where I got, of course, I picked up a Starbucks mug, but I did not pick up your standard You Are Here mug that I've done in the past. I picked up a travel tumbler so that I can take it to work with me and it keeps my drinks hot, but it is just this lovely travel tumbler. Sorry about the glare. Nice outside for once, so you're gonna get a little bit of a glare in this video, and I apologize, but it says New York on it, and then you just have the hand holding the torch. There's Starbucks emblem down here, Empire State Building, subway car, a pigeon, of course, and this mug was awesome. I really just like the graphic on it and the fact that it's like a venti size, and it keeps my drinks hot all day, and I'll use it all the time. So it was a great purchase, and I'm glad I grabbed this one. Fun story, it took me forever to find it. I saw it like the second day we were there, and I was like, I'll get it later, because we were going to do something, and I didn't want to carry it around. True Starbucks style, they only have like 2 of everything in every store. And I could not find it again until literally the day we left. I got lucky on my 3rd Starbucks that I went into in a row to try to find this mug. So, thank goodness I did that, because I actually got it. I also was looking for that green tumbler with the slime oozing out of the top for myself. We almost missed our connecting flight in Montreal because Air Canada and Montreal Airport is just a super fun time. We had like a 15-minute delay on the tarmac, so they said turned into like an hour and 20 minutes. So that made it really tight. We literally had to run through security, get through customs, get to our plane, and as I'm running through to the doors for our plane, I see the iconic mug that I want, the green Starbucks cold cup with the slime that glows in the dark, and I saw it, and it was sitting there, and I'm like, I can't even stop and get you, and I want you so bad in my life. And I had to go past it. And did I see it again? I figured I'd see it in New York, because no, I did not see it again at all the whole trip. Heartbreaking. But I got this mug, so that makes up for it a little bit, and we got to our connecting flight, so that's what really matters. Green tumbler aside. Next is the first day we were there. We did some walking around. We went to Chelsea Market, and my husband got some hot sauces from Heatness. If you know what that is, it's the hot ones people that do the YouTube video. Let me grab he got 4 hot sauces. They're downstairs in the fridge because he's already been eating them. And with that, he got a tote bag and this fun sticker here. So this one will be going probably on my Kindle or something of that nature at some point, or Kobo, sorry, or at some point my e-reader will have stickers on it from New York. And then later that day we went to Chelsea Market, walked the High Line. It was gorgeous. It was fantastic. We went to a musical that night and it was Hamilton. So in New York City, when you order a drink at a musical, you get a reusable cup. They don't do the plastic throwaway stuff, so you pay a premium because you're getting a reusable cup. Whether you want it or not, it's coming in a reusable cup. So this is my reusable cup. Again, sorry about the glare. It says Hamilton. It's got Hamilton standing on the star. And it's just got the tumbler lid. It'll be good for outside when I sit on my deck and I read, because then it's a plastic cup, so hopefully I don't break it when I drop it, because I always knock all my drinks over on the deck. So that's cool. And then I got the standard Hamilton magnet. Once I'm done filming this video, it's going on my fridge with my other musical magnets, so it's just in here right now. I suppose to get less of a glare for you guys, we can take it out of the package. I love getting magnets from musicals. That's all that's on my fridge. On the side are the magnets that have like the bottle openers on them. But for the front of my fridge, it will only ever be only musical magnets, because I guess I'm weird like that. But here he is. What else do I have here from Hamilton is the playbill. What I'll do with it now, I don't know. Maybe I'll put it in a shadow box. Maybe it'll go in the recycling bin. I haven't decided yet. I'm trying not to keep too much stuff because I keep a lot of random stuff, but here nor there. Next day we went to Yankee Stadium. We did the Yankee Stadium tour because my dad is a huge Yankees fan, and it was really cool. I ended up getting a card, which I have given to my father, so I don't have it. But it's an Aaron Judge card, and it has some dirt in the bottom of it from home plate. And he hit his 60th home run at home, and they gave me this card, and the dirt in it is from that 60th home run. So one of the guys doing the tour gave it to me, and it was super cool, but I have given it to my father since he is such a diehard. Figured he would like it more than me. So when we were on our stadium tour, again, reusable bag, because New York City is like the bagless capital of the United States, or they try to be. We got, for going to that game that night after our tour, we all got what they call knitted caps. Okay, if you're Canadian, you call it a toque. But when we said, oh, all right, we get free toques, they're like, what are you guys on? Like, what's a toque? And we said, like, this is a toque. They're like, yeah, that's a beanie or like a knitted cap. And I'm like, okay, cool. So they had no idea what we were talking about, but they're pretty awesome knitted caps. And this is what they look like. Then there's, like, you know, the sponsor on the back side, of course. But here's the knitted cap with the little pom-pommy thing. And so you have to be in attendance to get these first 13,000 or 10,000 or whatever it was. Because when on the tour, they scanned our tickets ahead of time. So we got ours right at the beginning. So we knew we were getting them. I got one. My husband got one. Everybody who came at our party got one. So we all have matching knitted caps. Then my husband and I each bought Yankees hats. Yes, you can get New York hats cheaper elsewhere on the street. That is correct. And did we buy some of those too? Yes. So we both got something that's unique to the stadium because I didn't want to go to where the mall where I live and get a Yankee hat that was exactly the same thing there, or be able to get it here for cheaper. That I would have been disheartened. So I got a stadium unique hat, and so did my husband. His is the iconic blue New York Yankees hat. We've already been wearing them, so they might have some fuzz on them. And his, on the underneath side, has the pinstriping. So it's a pretty cool hat. Mine is also the iconic navy blue New York Yankees hat. My underside has this caramel color on it, though. That's the unique feature. is the caramel beak. And I actually got a fitted hat, you guys, that fits my head. I have never once had a fitted hat that fits my head before, and now I have one. So, surprise. I went up and said, I have a small head, and I can never find a hat that fits. And he said, perfect. This is the smallest size we sell. And he gave it to me, and it fit. And he's like, good thing, because there are no smaller sizes unless you go to the kids' hats. So, which I'm not opposed to. They're probably cheaper. But it fit. I liked it. This is my New York Yankees hat. Next up, we went to, and in no particular order, because we went so many places, you guys. We went to the New York Public Library. When I tell you the place is grand and phenomenal and all things amazing and takes your breath away when you walk in, that's an understatement. The place is huge. It is an icon of architecture. It is phenomenal. I've never seen, outside of going to Paris and London and some of their architecture, this building was a masterpiece. And I'm so glad I walked around in there. They also had a really cool exhibit room that had like the original Winnie the Pooh Stitch stuffies, and it had Charles Dickens' writing desk, and had a copy of the Constitution and the amendments, and the letter that Hamilton wrote for George Washington when he stepped down for Jefferson. So that was pretty neat to see. I will have a vlog coming. It's going to be in 2 parts because there's a lot. Most of it will probably just be music and clips from the trip and what we saw. So get ready for those. They're coming. It's just going to take me a while to edit them because they're all in so much, like, such short clips. And I don't say very much. We're just getting a lot of footage of our experience. So get ready for those. Those are coming, again, 2 parts, so it's not 3 hours long. But at the library, we walked in. We actually walked past it. We were going somewhere else that day, and I'm like, well, let's just stop in here right now since we're walking past it. Because we had planned to get there someday, but we didn't know when. And since we were walking past it and it was opening and there was no crowd line up at that point, we went in. And I got myself, from the New York Public Library, a bookmark. And it's just a leather bookmark, blue and gold, to add to my little collection. Doesn't take up much room, can easily go on your carry-on. So I'm glad I got that. Put it back in this little baggie. Again, once this video's over, I get to actually put everything away, so that's super exciting. Next up, we went to the Edge. So the Edge is at Hudson Yards, and it's like they're reclaiming that area. It used to be like where a lot of the freighting and stuff happened, but now they're doing a lot of different stuff to reclaim it and make green spaces and make it condos and like areas people can actually live and work in. So that's really cool to see. The Edge is just a giant building and it's all glass, and you go up and you stand on this glass lookout peak overlooking Hudson Yards, and you get an amazing view of New York City from like 102 floors up, I think it is, and it's fantastic. Then there's some steps you can go sit on and look even higher out, and that's also really cool. So 10 out of 10, I would recommend you guys go there. That place is fantastic. What a great lookout. We didn't get to see any lookouts at night when we were there, unfortunately, like no observation decks at night. So that is something that we'll do in the future when my husband and I go back. But we're glad we got to do the 2 that we did this time around, and my husband actually got a sweater from one of them that, spoiler alert, I'll be wearing at some point because it's super nice. I saw it and I was like, this is a really nice sweater and I think you'll really like it. And it's just a stitched sweater. You can see there, it says Hudson Yards, New York, and it's got like felt and it's actually stitched on. It's not like pressed on, it's actually like stitched in, and it's really, really nice. So I'm really glad he purchased this one because I might be partaking in it and when I want to just lounge around and be comfy. But I'll let him wear it first since it is technically his. Really nice sweater. Okay, next let's just get into some of the like I Heart New York style touristy stuff that we got from the tour shop. Okay, so full disclosure to my friends and family who may be watching. If I show stuff in this video and then you end up getting it for Christmas or your birthday, act surprised because some of this stuff that I'm showing is going to be Christmas and birthday gifts. It is not just all for me. But yeah, so surprise. I'm not going to tell you what I bought you on here, but you'll know when you open it and you're like, hey, I saw that in your video. You're welcome ahead of time. Let's get to some of the things I got at the tourist store. We had a pass for sightseeing. So when you went and got this pass for sightseeing, if you purchased something, you got a $10 purchase and you got a free shirt. Now, I gotta reach for one more thing that fell over. Got it. The $10 you spend gets you a free t-shirt. The free t-shirt is not the I Heart New York t-shirt. They say things like New York on them. They say New York something else. New York, like the year. My husband got one. It says New York City and then 16, established 1669, I think, on the front or something like that. And so that's one he got for free. And another one when we were there. I don't have it up here right now, so I'm not going to show it in this video, but it's just white and it says New York City on it. And then I bought, of course, because you have to, because I wanted it and there was no other option. I bought myself a I Heart New York white t-shirt. I told my husband he can wear it, but he can't spill anything on it. We'll see how that goes. I got it in a large just so it can be comfy, oversized, and wear it while I'm hanging out at the house with my leggings. And I'm very excited about it. Also, those gift shops are great. People, they get a bad rap, but we went to the New York Gifts and Luggage is where we went because we had the coupon. And 10 out of 10, I would recommend that store in a heartbeat. The people running it were fantastic, hilarious. We had the best time in that store, and they gave us a discount on like everything. My husband got a spoon for his grandma. Again, we don't have it because it's in Carrot River. With him right now, he's giving it away. And I have that cup. My mother-in-law also got that cup. And we got a couple other things from that store. So I'll show you the ones that I still have. But just note, they were phenomenal. They gave you discounts on stuff if you buy whatever you buy. My husband got a zip-up sweater. I can't show it to you because he's wearing it. It just says New York on it. And again, it's stitched. And it's a zip-up hoodie. And it's really thick and really nice. And they were asking like $50 for it. But then they gave it to him for $35. So, and we didn't even ask for deals. He was just like, here, you want this one? $35. And as he's ringing stuff through, he's like, this is $10 off because you bought two, so I'll give you this for $10 off. I'm like, oh, cool. So 10 out of 10 would recommend those stores. They are the one we went to. We had a fantastic experience at. We also purchased, showed you the cup, showed you the shirt. Got this wonderful little New York taxi metal magnet. And I got some stickers for my Kindle again, or Kobo. I always say Kindle or Kobo. I just say it interchangeably. My e-reader. One says, it's like, looks like a newspaper. One's like this. And this one is adorable. Because pretzels and hot dogs are life in New York City. I thought they were while we were there anyway. Okay, the last thing we got from that store, and the most hilarious part of that store, is I was looking at ornaments. Because we have a tree. When we go somewhere, we put ornaments on the tree. And I bought myself a New York City icon ball. Brooklyn Bridge, yellow taxi. Statue of Liberty. So this is really cool. I liked it. I was looking at a different one, but it was glass. And I held it up, and I could tell it was glass, and I tapped on it. And I'm like, this is glass. I looked at my husband. I'm like, can we get this home without breaking it? And the guy from the store comes up, and he says, no. Won't break. In his accent. And I'm like, this won't break. Nope. No break. And I was like, okay. Well, I don't know if I agree with that because it's glass. So I'm sure I could break it. Nope, you can't break it. No break. And I was like, okay. And I looked at my husband, and the guy proceeds to take it off the little hanger that it's hanging on and say, watch, no break. And then he drops it. When it hits the floor, It shattered into a million pieces. Glitter went everywhere. I literally had glitter on me. It was in my hair. It was in my eyebrows. I was like, why do I have glitter on me? Oh yeah, that guy shattered that ornament. And then he looks at the floor and I'm trying not to laugh. So I'm like, oh God, this guy just busted this ornament. So I'm holding my breath, like, and my husband's watching me and he's trying not to laugh because he's seen me holding it. And the guy's face is like, and then he goes, without missing a beat, he goes, this one, no break. And he takes this one off and he's like, these one, no break. I was like, okay, I'll buy one of these ones then. And it also lights up. So there's a little thing on the bottom you turn on and it like sparkle lights, like LED lights up. So that's pretty cool. And the experience was well worth the $10 I paid for the ornament. Next up, we went to some bookstores. Okay, you know me. This is what I do. I love books. And we went to the biggest Barnes & Noble in the world. We went to the Strand. And we went to Books Are Magic. There's 2 Books Are Magic now, which I learned when we were in Brooklyn. I went to the one that was closest to me. And we grabbed a couple of things. So let's start off with Barnes & Noble. So Barnes & Noble, I was going in looking for like a signed edition or a fun edition of one of the books that I like. Didn't find anything. But I found a lot of cool Harry Potter stuff that I like and that you can't change my mind. I am a fan through and through. The first thing I got my younger brother actually purchased for me while I was walking around enjoying myself in 5 floors of books. And this will live here in my book room. As you are aware, I have a Sigmund Freud pillow in my book room. He lives in here. And she will be on the chair next to him. Is she not amazing? This is a Luna Lovegood pillow friend to go beside my Sigmund Freud. She will be on a separate chair. He will be on the other chair. They're both equally crazy and we love them both equally. She is my spirit animal. Anybody who knows me knows. I just love her. I'm so excited. This is great. I cannot wait to read in here. This is one of my decor pieces and I'm just over the moon. She's fantastic. And next things, 2 things I purchased myself. They are also Harry Potter related. Surprise to no one. One of them being this Lego kit of Dobby the house elf. And if you see, he's holding a book. He's got a sock in there. I cannot wait to build this. It's going to be so much fun and entertaining. And then I will put it on my shelf forever as a shrine to Dobby. And it's got only 403 pieces. So that's not terrible. To put it in perspective, my friend's one up there has like 1,500 pieces. So that's going to take a while. I think it's got 1,500 pieces. Could have more. But we haven't built that one yet. We'll start off with this guy and get him on the shelf. And I was very excited because, again, we don't find the cool ones like this. You find all the like ones that everybody gets, but this guy, I've been looking for something fun like that, and I'm excited that I found him. And the last Harry Potter related item I got from Barnes & Noble in New York City is this mandrake. It's a glass, like, ceramic statue, and you can take the bucket off of him also. So he can be just like this, or he can be inside his little bucket and inside his case, because this is like a little glass case in here for him. And I'm very excited about this also. I don't think I will keep the plastic box. If I keep it, I'll keep it somewhere else. I think I'll just put him on display in his case and make him look all cute and put him on my shelf because I like plants and I like Harry Potter, and a mandrake is very fitting to my collection. Next, let's do Books Are Magic. And I got just a couple of things at Books Are Magic. I went in there and the author, Emma, was in the store. She was busy doing some work on the phone, making her calls in the back, and I saw her and I was like, this is why I came here. If you aren't familiar, Emma Straub is a best-selling author in the United States and Canada and maybe internationally now. She wrote The Vacationers, that was really big last year. I'm just getting this a little bit more organized for us. And she owns a bookstore. So her and her husband own Books for Magic. Everybody knows it's got the iconic like prismatic Books for Magic sign that everyone takes their pictures under for Instagram. And she decided she wanted to open a bookstore, so they went ahead and they did it, and now they have 2 in Brooklyn. She's very successful at it, and it's just a quaint, cute little bookstore. I'm so glad I got the opportunity to go to, and of course when I was there, I purchased one of her books. So it's got her sticker on it for her store. I'd probably take that off. It says signed Books for Magic, or I might leave it on because of where I got it from. But it is a signed copy of her book. Obviously in there she had mostly all of her books were signed copies. And yeah, this is just This Time Tomorrow, and it's been getting good reviews, so I figured I would read it. They had it in hardcover too, but I prefer reading a paperback. And for transport too, I just wrapped it up in one of the shirts that we got so it didn't get damaged, and it was good to transport and not as heavy, so that was ideal. So that's the book that I got at her store. Then I also got these gel pens. I got 2 of them. They're like a rose gold color, and it says Books for Magic, and they're just your standard gel pen that you can refill. I got 2 of those. I got some stickers because the e-reader needs stickers. This one is the iconic Books for Magic prism sign. This one says Books for Magic, and it's got a smiley face. And then I have the wizard, which they have on like their shirts and stuff. It's holographic, and it says Books for Magic. So those are the stickers that I got from that store. And then I got, for $1, you can get a tote bag. And this tote bag came with me everywhere. After I purchased it, the next like 3 days, it held my umbrella, it held my rain jacket, it held our water bottle. It came everywhere with me, and it held up very well for $1 tote bag. Super impressed. And that's just this tote bag here. And the back has their 2 locations and their phone number. 10 out of 10 experience at that bookstore. The author being there was also super cool. Then we went to the Strand. The Strand I've been wanting to get to forever, you guys. I'm so excited. It's almost 100 years old. It was a gentleman opened up the bookstore and basically lived in it to make it float. Now his son runs it, and it is just the coolest bookstore. New, used, you can take your books in. I got a lot of tote bags from the Strand because, you know, gifts and things. First thing I got though before that is another bookmark. And it's just the front of the store. It's got its iconic red awning, and it's a little banner here that hangs on the street, and you'll be able to see that in one of my videos because it's actually there. And then it's got the little sale carts outside that has a bunch of used books out on it, and those were actually there too. So this is like an actual representation of the front of the store, and it's metal, and it's really nice. So I got this, and it was really cool. Then I got myself a sweater from Books for Magic, or not Books for Magic, sorry, the Strand, and it's just a college crew neck, they call it. It looks like a university themed graphic, but it says the Strand, New York City, and it says 18 miles of books, because if you don't know, it's got 18 miles of books in this place. And this sweater is nice, it's light, it's really soft, and a really good price, actually. I was very impressed. And I am very excited to wear this fall, winter, spring, summer. I probably live in it at my house and every Friday at work. So spoiler alert for all my work friends will watch me wear that to death. And then, yeah, some tote bags. Let's get into the tote bags. I'm not going to tell you who they're for because... Oh, hang on. I also have a sticker from there. Let's do that first, because I saw this and I couldn't pass it up. It says Strand on it, and it's a hot dog, and the Strand is written in mustard. I've got a collection of stickers that are going on my e-reader at some point in my life. I'll probably like rotate them so that once they start to wear out, then I have new ones to put on. But this is the first one I got, the iconic red tote. It says Strand Bookstore, 18 miles of books, millions of bargains. And it has the address. And these tote bags are great. Like, they're really thick. They have really good handles. And then on the inside, they have, like, a pocket. Some of them have Velcro. Like, this one has Velcro so that your stuff stays in the pocket. And some of them are just a deep pocket. So that's really cool. I like that feature. And then they have their little strand tag down here. If you wanted to, I think you can order these online. These ones are more square totes. The one I got myself is more of a rectangle-y kind of tote. Next tote up is a bunch of cats. And it's adorable. And I love it. Again, really thick tote bag. Says the strand, 18 miles of books. And then it says 1927 because that's when it was, when it opened. And again, inside, super thick. Inside, just a deep tote bag with Velcro closure, additional pocket. And the third tote bag is a pink independent strand books, New York booksellers, 1927. It's a great tote bag. And again, I really like that feature. Like, when you're paying for a really nice tote bag, they should all have that feature. Because sometimes you want to keep stuff at the ready, like your wallet or something just right up top, or your Metro card when you're in New York City. That's another thing I own now is a Metro card. It's plastic. I probably never use it again, so I'm probably going to put some like string through it and use it as a bookmark. And then the one I got for myself, it's got the map of Manhattan on it, which is really cool. It's a little bit longer than the other ones. It's not as wide, but it's a little bit longer. And then it's got the strand on the front. Again, really thick, really good quality. And then it's got the pocket in it. Mine doesn't have the Velcro in my pocket, which is kind of sad, but it's a long, narrower one, so I think that's why, because it's long and narrow, so your stuff goes to the bottom more. But that's my strand tote bag. And then when we were at the airport, they had a strand airport kiosk that was in their marketplace, which was really cool because there was a book there that I wanted a physical copy of for my shelf just because of its cozy nature and how much I fell in love with this cover. I do have the ebook. I will likely read it on ebook, but I wanted the physical copy, and you cannot find it anywhere where I live, and that is Legends and Lattes. It was sitting there on the table, and it was speaking to me, and I was like, that's the one. That's the book that I've been looking for, and I found it in New York at LaGuardia Airport. Thank you, LaGuardia Airport and the Strand. So I'm very excited to have this. So there's 2 books that I got in New York, and that's it. I didn't bring back a bunch of books because heavy, and I didn't want to risk damaging them, and we did mostly all carry-ons, so running through the airport, dropping them, trying to stick them in the overhead, other people sticking their stuff in the bins. Scary for books. Next up, I only have 2 places left. One, the M&M store, because I love M&Ms, especially fun flavored M&Ms. So hang on, let me grab the fun flavors. You probably hear that. So I got 6 bags of, I've been looking for these everywhere, you guys. That's right. Caramel cold brew M&Ms. Coffee and caramel in M&M. Now, it says that these are the share size. Please. This is a snack size for me. I love them so much. They are large. They are like this big around each. And they're like chewy, which is weird. So we've already opened one and had one, and they do have the coffee taste. They do have the caramel taste. The chocolate is there, but it's chewy. So it's because of the caramel, I think, in it. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting texture, but they are delicious. So I got myself some of them. One of them will be going to a friend of mine who ushers for me because he brought me back something from his trip. So, and I brought him back some M&Ms. And then the other one that we got is strictly for my husband and I, because my husband is a fiend for cookies. So there was a Cookie Crunch M&M. This is a sharing size. This could be a sharing size for 2 people. And yeah, it's just got a cookie center. I really used to like the crunchy M&Ms that they had, so I'm hoping it's kind of like that. But I think the crunchy M&Ms they used to have was more like a Rice Crisp in the middle, so I'm hoping this is more like a cookie or a sugar cookie kind of a feel in the center. But I'm excited to try these. Hopefully I remember to let you know what I thought of them. But I have to wait for my husband to test those out. And then the last place we went on our last day, my husband and I went to Central Park. It was amazing. We went to the Dakota and had a moment and saw where John Lennon was murdered. And then we went across the street to Central Park and saw Strawberry Fields, the area that's iconic and was built in collaboration with the city and Yoko Ono for John Lennon. Wow, Central Park is stunning. If I sound a little funny, it's because I got some weird allergy situation when we were in Central Park, and my sinuses are terrible, so it just takes forever for it to clear up. But I do not regret going there in the rain. It was amazing to see, and I would go again, and this time it's been like a whole day there. It was just so cool. It was peaceful, it was serene, and it was just this weird nature escape in the middle of such a busy city. And then we went to the Museum of Natural History. Just the 2 of us. Nobody else was really interested in that. My husband really wanted to see it. And we went to the Rose Space Center, who the chair of the Rose Space Center, if you don't know, is Neil deGrasse Tyson. My husband is a large fan. So am I. He loves space, though. Space is just phenomenal for him. It's awe-inspiring. And it was really, really cool. They have like an observatory kind of thing there where they do like this movie. And it's like 4D kind of experience. It's really weird, and I really liked it. 10 out of 10. And then that night we went to Madison Square Gardens. So previously, the day before, we went to Madison Square Gardens and we went on a tour. And my husband picked up another hat. Still got the stickers on it. But we got a New York Rangers hat. It's a adjustable, which is nice because then I can wear it, and I really like this hat, you guys. This one's one of my favorites. Even though I'm a Colorado Avalanche fan, I will still wear this because it's from the trip. That's all that matters. Nice hat. And then that night, we went to Madison Square Garden and saw Billy Joel do his 94th performance, I believe it was. I think, or 84th, 94th, I don't know. It's up there. That's all I remember. And wow, he was fantastic. I was thoroughly blown away and very impressed. And I got this shirt. I could have got one that said like Madison Square Garden on it and the dates of the tour, but I just really like this vintage looking tee. And I'm glad I got this because I have one when I went to see Paul McCartney, and it's vintage looking and has a picture of him young rocking out in front of a bunch of amps and speakers. And I just thought this one was really cool and kind of fits that vibe. So glad I got this one. Really like it. Already wore it. And that's it. That is what we brought back from New York City. So as always, thank you for watching. Hit that little subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified when I post new videos. And I will see you soon with another video.